Hello, my friends. If you're watching this, I just want to say thank you so much because it means you subscribed, and that means the world to me. It really does. Now, this video is going here because anytime I talk about this guy, they take it down. And boy, do I have a lot to say about him and all of this. And what I'm going to try to do for you here is paint a picture. I'm going to let you connect the dots, but I want to paint a picture because I truly think, that by the end of this video, you're going to give some serious consideration that these two guys are not who you think. Not by a long shot. So follow along. What I want to first show you, just in case you're not familiar with the Bible, is that Lucifer was considered the most beautiful angel in heaven. And God kicked him out because he wanted to be worshipped like God. He didn't want to worship God himself. It was his pride that sent him down here in earth with us. So with that being said, the literal Bible says that an angel known as Lucifer was sent down here. And I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there was a tomb unearthed, a 2,000-year-old tomb of the hypogeum of the voluminous family. And this was in the tomb. This was in the tomb. This was in the tomb. An actual angel with wings from 2,000 years ago that just happens to look exactly like Elvis. And I asked my brother who that looked like, and my brother is not awake to anything, and he said, it looks like Elvis. And this is a list of angels' names, and I want to point something out. What do a lot of them end in? L, 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 L. Kind of seems familiar, right? You get what I'm saying? But not only that, if I were an angel kicked out of heaven and I wanted to be worshipped, I think one of the ways I would do that is I would build a giant statue of myself so all the people would worship me. Have you seen what the original Statue of Liberty face looked like? I mean, have you really seen it? And why would they change the face? That's so strange. Why would they do that? Maybe it's because they don't want you to know who he really is. Now, before we get into any linking of these two, I want to play you an old video I did that's just a couple minutes, just so you get a further in-depth picture of what I'm trying to say here. Have you seen this video where Elvis literally shapeshifts after he kisses this little girl?
From the simulation.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Just for reference, before I let you watch his entourage run over and try to hide him from the camera, his normal eyes and what happened to his eyes after he kissed that little girl. I don't think Elvis is a shape-shifting alien from outer space. Oh no. I think he's something much different. I think Elvis is an angel. In fact, I think Elvis might be the angel of light. Lucifer, that is, that fallen angel who just happened to be the minister of music in heaven before he was banished for wanting to be worshipped just like God. And if you're an angel and you're banished down to earth because of your pride and your ego, and you just continue to want to be worshipped, and you have the ability to take human form, what better way to continue to be worshipped than to be the most worshipped musician of all time? Because Lucifer doesn't appear to us as a devil with horns. No, he appears to us as an angel of light. And well, since we're talking about Lucifer, if you've seen any of my videos, well then you know by now that the Statue of Liberty is actually a representation of Lucifer. And have you ever looked even closer at the Statue of Liberty's face? Because to me, there is no denying the similarities in those two faces. And when I do my thing and line them up side by side, they seem to be an almost perfect match. And if we know this is Lucifer, and we know this is Lucifer, and this is the original face of the Statue of Liberty before they replaced it, well then, what are they trying to tell us? Because if you're a fallen angel, here on earth, banished from your heavenly abode, and all you want to do is get people to worship you instead of the Heavenly Father? Well, I haven't seen too many people more worshipped than him. And you know how they like to put the truth right in plain sight. And well, at a certain point, you're not going to be able to be worshipped like you want to be. So you jump ship. And what better ship to jump in than the ship that gets worshipped more than anyone? And well, I already told you how they like to put things in plain sight. This is a post from the man himself. And just in case you don't read fast, this is a literal post from Donald Trump that says, for so many years, people have been saying that Elvis and I look alike. But it's not just that. He talks about Elvis an awful lot. And that's what they do. They drop us hints. They give us clues. They tell us the truth right in plain sight.
Today goes to one of the most beloved artists and most enduring cultural icons that has ever lived. The king of rock and roll, the true king, and you have to say that, Elvis Aaron Presley. And the proud birthplace of the king of rock and roll, Elvis. Elvis! We love Elvis. I shouldn't say this. You'll say I'm very conceited because I'm not. But other than the blonde hair, when I was growing up, they said I looked like Elvis. You see that? Did you believe it? I'm the greatest of all time, maybe greater even than Elvis, because Elvis had a guitar. I don't have a guitar.
When did you notice that number? 88 minus 22, 66. It's almost like that's biblical or something. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I have a knack for finding the people they say die that don't really die. They just become someone else. And well, there's a serious resemblance there. Very serious. And Elvis was the king of rock and roll. I don't know about you, but I've heard the great Maga King being thrown around an awful lot. And look, I can't tell you how many times I've tried to match people's faces up symmetrically, and they don't match unless they're the same. Not this well, anyway. Not this well at all. I mean, I've been told I look like Sly Stallone for years, and look, you match our chins up, and it's a disaster. But here's where this goes from crazy to insane. I want to give you a little clip of this guy, Ryan Peterson, who has done some serious research, biblical scholar in some serious research, and I want you to hear what he has to say.
The main end times Antichrist will be. Do you believe that he's on earth right now? Do you think Satan has already committed that sin, or do you think that that's still going to be in the future?
So I think it's very possible that he's alive right now. But remember, the Antichrist is mirroring Jesus, right? Jesus was a baby. So I believe the Antichrist is literally going to be born as a newborn infant and have to grow as a child, just like Jesus did, and be a teenager and all those things.
What do you say, a teenager and all those things?
So I think he could be a child right now on earth. I don't think he's in power right now, but I think in terms of is he actually alive, I think, yes, he could literally be alive right now. But I do think in the end times, he will have that prophesied seed, that was a literal prophecy from God. And God said, your seed, that enmity, and that is the Antichrist, who I believe will be a hybrid. I believe the Antichrist is the final Nephilim on earth.
The offspring of Satan will be the final Nephilim on earth. Do you know what they say about the Nephilim? That they're described as giant. Do you know who's pretty giant? This kid. A literal giant. And I mean, look at that face. He's still a baby face. He might grow another 8 inches. And unfortunately, I'm out of time. I literally have 20 seconds left before they cut me off, but this was not for entertainment. There's something to this. And I may not have it put together exactly right, but there's something to this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the subscription, and continue to subscribe. I'm going to keep doing videos right here. Have a great day.